So banks are seeing savings account balances drained as these people are literally on the verge of being wiped out tomorrow. And got a few headlines I want to share with you guys. Particularly, we've got, excuse me, and we can see here, Americans' personal savings have plunged. A survey results show that half of Americans paused their retirement savings last year, which is not good, y'all. However, Congress just approved a bill to allowing Americans to save a lot more for retirement, as you guys can see here. Hopefully that's picking up. But that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about people being put in these situations as a result of the effects of the economy, the job market, job loss, the recession, inflation, and most folks not necessarily having a game plan, a backup plan, a strategy, anything in place to bridge the gap after a layoff, or seeing higher costs on monthly expenses, budgets being stretched, rent prices going up, property taxes going up, gas prices, food prices is the worst, really, because food prices are consistently going up. Where gas and diesel, we see some fluctuations, but food prices, eggs, chicken, milk, the staples, cooking oils, rice, beans, like all of it's going up, and we know that it's going to continuously go up even higher because of the inputs, because of energy costs, because of fuel, diesel, transportation, farming equipment, as well as fertilizer and other shortages. Folks, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Actually, I need to put my hat on because it is a little chilly out here. Despite being in Florida, it's a little chilly. It's one of those days. So, with the intense pressure put on budgets and these higher prices and inflation as we're fighting through this recession, it makes people make choices. And these choices are self-preservation of capital, of money, of cash, of dollars, of savings, whatever wealth that they have, whatever income, paychecks that they receive, fixed income, Social Security, SSI, SSDI, food stamps too. Any resource that is provided to pay bills, buy food, sustain life has to be used to its greatest potential to fight what is ultimately here and here to stay for quite some time, especially for those who are not already making, let's just say, reasonably high income. Folks not bringing in over 150,000, 200,000 K, 200K single, 250, 300K household. And then that's also going to depend on your location, your city, the cost of living in these areas. And if you're trying to, depending on your age, depending on your financial situation, if you're trying to prepare for retirement, this just adds to the burden and makes things more difficult. And this is before we discuss any job loss. But Americans ultimately cutting back on savings, more importantly retirement savings, is very worrisome. And it's something that we need to discuss in great detail. And what we need to discuss is ultimately how to avoid this problem becoming much bigger and very, very detrimental. And avoid the wipeout, avoid seeing savings account balances drained, because you got to think about it like this. If you're already living paycheck to paycheck, if you're already considered low income, if you're already struggling to get by, on the verge of being wiped out, and you experience some form of financial emergency, economic setback, job loss, unexpected expense, car repair, car maintenance, some sort of repair needed at home or something like that, then what's going to happen is any savings that you had, hopefully you had some, any savings that you had is going to ultimately be depleted and wiped out relatively quickly. And that's why these banks are seeing savings accounts drained overnight and literally watching people on the verge of being wiped out just like that. So what do we do? Well, the simple answer is have more money in savings. How do we get more money in savings? Okay, well, again, easy answer. Make more money. Make more money, spend less than you make, budget wisely, avoid wasting money on high interest, revolving credit card debt, and save money. Ultimately, moving on to investing so that the money that you have available, the disposable income that you have available to be put towards savings can be put towards investing, that can be put towards returns on the investments that'll put you in a much stronger and safer position if you were to face the unfortunate likelihood of some costly expense that you were not expecting, or the costly expense being a reduction of your income because you've lost your job, you've been laid off. Folks, we know that right now it's almost a normal, common occurrence to see huge layoffs announcements, thousands upon thousands of employees being laid off, primarily in the tech sector, and moving on to the retail, because we know the circumstances that we're up against and that we face with retailers like Walmart and Target, with their higher input costs, but also the struggles of the increased amounts of theft that they are battling right now, that are eating into their profits with lower revenues. So in my opinion, I would much rather put myself in a position to produce additional income outside of a traditional clock in, clock out, salary based employment position. Why? Because I want to have the ability to earn anytime, anywhere, and also create this opportunity of turning this income into a passive income stream. This way I can make money without actually working. I can make money while I'm sleeping. I can make money while I am working, because you know, the goal at this point in time, this stage of the game, would be to do all you can to stack as much money as possible, and then have that money make more money for you so that you can save for retirement. You can save for a rainy day. You can save for the likelihood of a very expensive emergency that you weren't prepared for, that you didn't see coming. So simple and easy ways to make money outside of the traditional means. Honestly, folks, there's actually probably, like, I would guess to say there's probably thousands of websites out there with side hustle, passive income opportunities, and I actually came across one that literally simplifies it and puts them all in one easy to find location. It puts them all in one easy to find location that you can punch in, type in your criteria as far as what you're able to, what your inputs are as far as your time, your financial investment, a few other parameters, and then also what you're looking for out of it as a return. And it will literally spit out a list of all the side hustles and passive income opportunities that exist 100% for free. It's just a tool that I came across. It's pretty cool. So outside of that, probably the first go-to, a lot of people would probably think I'll become an Uber driver, I'll become a Lyft driver, I'll do rideshare, I'll do Grubhub, I'll do Uber Eats. I'll sign up, in theory, I'll be able to have a way of producing extra income relatively quickly, relatively soon. And although, yeah, that may be the case, I do feel as though there's a huge inherent danger with doing that physically, as well as the added wear and tear on a vehicle, the added cost of fuel that fluctuates, that ultimately eat into the profits, and the sole fact that you will be relying on heavily the generosity and gratuity of those using these services for their tips for your deliveries. So I don't think that I would do that. And also, while I'm driving, I wouldn't necessarily be able to do anything else, sort of. So folks, if you are doing rideshare, if you are doing Grubhub, if you are utilizing your vehicle as a freelance 1099 gig worker in any capacity, I would be seriously considering creating content around that as a way to double dip and produce passive income by doing so. So just to throw that out there, just a little tip. Besides that, you know, a lot of people think, oh, I'll go get a part-time job. What are y'all laughing at? I'll go get a part-time job. But I don't think it's going to be that easy. And, you know, we like I said, I've already said, there are hiring freezes. The job market is shaky at best. So again, it also is going to tie up your time and ultimately make it impossible for you to do anything else. And, you know, think about it. You go get a part-time job for minimum wage, that's not really going to help you save for retirement. It's not going to happen, okay? Being 100% honest, 100% transparent. So, granted, outside of that, you could look to sell some things that you have that you no longer need, that could generate some quick cash. That's an option. You could do a garage sale. You could put some items for sale on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, Let Go, eBay. I'm sure there's a lot of other websites out there that'll let you do it, which is cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing a quick purge, decluttering. Me personally, I want to move towards a lifestyle of minimalism and being much more minimalistic in comparison to in the past. But here's the problem with that. The problem with that is once you've done it once, it's kind of hard to do it again. So once you've sold everything, you don't really have much left else to sell, if that makes sense. So yeah, maybe when you do that, you take that money and you use it wisely. You don't waste it. You don't spend it frivolously. You don't go out and celebrate. You pay off debts and you save as much money as possible. Stack that cash. So thinking about using my time to generate more money in my free time, think about it. You have services out there that I mentioned to you guys on a previous video, as far as you could walk, you could walk people's dogs, or you could house sit for them. You can take care of their pets. There's a lot of websites and apps out there looking to connect people with people, and they'll take a percentage, they'll take a cut for the marketing and for the connection and for the payment processing. And you know, we even utilized it for the summer. As we were traveling in the van all summer, we utilized it through Harvest Host. And Harvest Host allows property owners to list their property on Harvest Host, and they list it on Harvest Host. I think they list it for free, and if they want added exposure, they can pay a premium to get like VIP or something. But they list it for free, and Harvest Host facilitates the marketing so people can find these individuals and these properties to park their vans and their RVs and their traveling, whatever they're using for travel, have a place to stay for the night. And in turn, the hosts have the ability to potentially sell products and services to these travelers, which is really cool. Nice little supplement. But Harvest Host charges the user, which would be us, we're the user, I think it was like $100 a year. Not a lot of money, but they're making money on the advertising and connecting the travelers with the hosts. So you could consider being a host and doing that. But there's a variety of other ways that you could, you could even rent your space out. You can rent your pool out. If you got a swimming pool, you can rent it out, make a few $1,000s a year. You could rent out your home actually for storage. You could rent out a garage that you're not using, a parking space. You could even rent out your home for people looking to create content by using your space, which is really cool, because as you can see right now, I'm standing here at a outlet shopping center. And it's actually a pretty busy day today. So these people, they're out here spending money. They got it like that. But the location, I like to switch it up from time to time. And perhaps maybe I could look and see and find a pretty nice location listed on some of these apps and these websites where I could record content from unique locations and show you guys some pretty cool stuff. So that is definitely an option. I mean, they've been doing it for years with movies and TV shows. Now they're bringing these things down to a simple and easy way to connect on these apps and these websites with all parties, and facilitating processing fees and transaction fees and commissions on it, which leads me to commissions, affiliates, and sponsorships and paid promotions. Now, obviously, sponsorships and paid promotions are going to be dependent upon your social media presence and your following count, etc. However, affiliate commissions is available to almost anybody. And affiliate commissions can be produced through simple and easy, just a few clicks online, connecting with businesses, getting your own personal codes, and then connecting customers, shoppers, and consumers with their products, like on Amazon. So there's a few links in my description to some products that I use on a regular basis. Again, if anybody wants to know more about how my channel is set up, the equipment that I use, how I got started, and also probably more importantly, if I were to do it again in 2023, how would I start a YouTube channel? Links are in the description for a lot of the things that I use, which I don't use that much. It's pretty simple, pretty bare bones. But those links are actually affiliate links to products on Amazon, so I'll earn a small commission on the sale. Even if you don't buy, there's a pixel that has a time frame on it. So if you click the link and then you go to Amazon, and within a certain amount of time you actually make a purchase, then I will receive a commission on those purchases too. And the cool part about it is you don't even have to have a ton of followers or a ton of subscribers to pull that off, because you could literally get these affiliate commission links and you could send them to your friends. You could put them on your email signature. You could put a little sticker on your car and with the little QR code. Like, the possibilities are endless as far as connecting people with the links to earn the commissions. And I was actually watching a channel the other day, and he said that he earned over $100,000 last year in 2022 off of Amazon affiliate commission links, primarily because of the camera equipment that he used to make his videos, which is really cool, really interesting. It was actually, the camera was a Sony a7S III, which has been on my radar and in my cart on Amazon for a while. It's a rather expensive purchase. I think all in with the a7S III, with the lenses that I would want, with the gimbal and everything, it was gonna be $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. And I ultimately never purchased it. I never pulled the trigger. Instead, I use my cell phone, which is a smartphone, which is a Samsung Galaxy S20 FE. It's a few years old, but it still gets the job done. And from time to time, I will fluctuate between that and my Sony ZV-1, and now my new GoPro Hero 11 Black Creator Edition, Creator Pack. But affiliate commissions is a great way to earn extra income, and ultimately passive income, because once you put the links out there, you don't have to do any more of the work. There's other websites that you can connect with to get affiliate links and links for commissions, which if you guys want to know which ones those are, just drop a comment, let me know. And what I like to do is I like to look at what affiliate opportunities they offer and think to myself, all right, which ones are going to connect best with my audience, so that I can bring my audience value through these companies and these products and services that they may not have been aware exist. And then in turn, the likelihood of conversions will increase because my audience has interest in these, thus creating a better opportunity for me to receive commissions. Again, all of this is being done to earn more money. And after that has been accomplished, spend less than you make while working to budget tightly. Carry no high interest revolving credit card, store credit card debt, or anything like that, and moving towards savings and investing. Now, granted, the savings and investing is going to be the most important part of achieving the goal of retirement, in my opinion. And if you guys want more information about savings and investing for retirement for beginners, then please feel free to comment down below so I can see and gauge just how much interest there is in that topic. Because once you have this money, you don't want to find yourself in a situation like these banks, seeing these savings accounts being drained and people being wiped out as their savings is depleted without any means of replenishing it, okay? What we want, in theory, the goal would be to have a strong, solid foundation, a baseline, okay? Let's just say that that number is $3 million. And we want that $3 million to be put to use in a way that can produce passive income to help supplement and support a retirement lifestyle, while still having income producing opportunities, multiple diverse income producing opportunities while retired, and continuously hammering down on our budgets and spending less than we make, and not getting involved in high interest debts, and continuously making smart moves in savings and investing, so that when we retire, we're not on a ticking time bomb race against the clock. We're not on a ticking time bomb race against the clock and hoping that we have enough saved to make it until the end, only to find out that perhaps maybe, oh crap, we've been retired for 5 years, we've gone through our resources, and now we have to figure out a way to go back to work to earn more money, because all we had was savings. We didn't have any investments, we didn't have any passive income streams to pay us, and we've run out of money. And that's going to be easy to do with, again, high inflation, with a recession, with uncertainty in the markets, with higher prices, food costs going up astronomically, which is why it's so important to make sure you have the savings, make sure you have the investing, make sure you have sound investments, solid investments that are bringing conservative returns. In my opinion, at the retirement age, I want conservative returns, because the higher the risk of the return, the higher the risk of the loss. I want conservative, consistent returns for my retirement. Before that, maybe I can take some risks depending on the circumstances, depending on how much time I have available. Besides that, you know, investing in really strong, really smart cash flow producing assets is going to be key. And if you guys want to know what the best cash flow producing assets are for beginners, again, drop a comment down below, as well as if you guys want to know more information about ETFs and other investment vehicles, mutual funds, and some really innovative companies out there that are going to more than likely gain extensive, massive control over not just food, but the creation, the production, the harvest, and transportation of food, as energy is going to be a huge, huge, huge importance for 2023 and beyond. You folks know we are in an energy crisis and an energy race for clean, renewable energy at that. And there's a huge push. The folks in Davos at the World Economic Forum, they're putting their heads together. They have their theories and ideologies, but ultimately, folks, they got a lot of money. They got a lot of money. They got a lot in savings. They got a lot of investments. Retirement it's easy for them. So if we want to be in a similar situation, opposed to working until we die, well, then we got to get on the ball. Okay, we got to get to work. We got to start making things happen. Okay, because in my opinion, and take it for what it's worth, they're not just going to happen on their own. And the last thing that I want to do is put myself in a situation, in a position to only rely on the U.S. government to provide for me and my family in my later years. I want to be here. I want to be in Florida, not wearing this super heavy Patagonia jacket and my North Face beanie and my hook sweater because it's freezing cold out here. I want to be in Florida in the sunshine and sipping cocktails and having a good time and enjoying retirement. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I have to move further south. I'm not a Florida Keys kind of guy though, I don't know. But we did go to Key Biscayne one time and that was really nice. Stayed at the Ritz-Carlton. LeBron James was there. But either way, that's what I want. I don't want to be 80, 82, 85 years old working to get by. And that's not what I want. I want to have a retirement plan. I want to have a savings plan. I want to have an investment strategy. I want to have a passive income plan that allows me to do what I want, to do what I enjoy, to do what I love, and still pay me, and still allow me the ability to pay my bills and cover my expenses and deal with life's uncertainty, because it will for sure be uncertain for eternity. Okay, there's no guarantees at all. Now, with that being said, that goes pretty much hand in hand with how I create my YouTube channels. And plain and simple, I only create what I want and I only create what's easy. So I would use that as a little direction and guidance for folks out there looking to create, because YouTube and social media and TikTok and Instagram and these other platforms are great opportunities for producing income, ultimately passive income, because I've got videos that are almost a year old now, because I started this channel back last February of 2022 and they're still getting views. But I made those videos almost a year ago, but every time they get watched, I get paid. So, and that's through the ad revenue. It's also through the affiliate links and the commissions and the links in the description. It's through a variety of different revenue sources that has created this passive income for myself and for several other people, including in my circle, in my network. But at the same time, again, I make what I want and I make what's easy. And I actually came across somebody the other day who was doing they had a similar strategy, and they were doing something that was so simple. They were literally walking down the beach and they were recording their walk. They walk the beach a few times a week. They actually walk the beach, they walk the city, they walk different areas, and they just record their walks. They put them up in 4K, which is relatively easy to do because most of these smartphones now, iPhone 14 Pro Max, Samsung 23 Ultra, most of them are recording in 4K. This GoPro Hero 11 Black will actually record in 5K, which is pretty cool. And then they just upload it, and that's it. They get tens of thousands of views, sometimes hundreds of thousands of views, depending on where they ended up walking. They're not in the video, they're not saying anything in the video, and the videos get views. They make what they want. They enjoy their life at the beach. They enjoy their walks on the beach, sunset walks on the beach. And it's very simple and very easy, which makes it just makes it so much better when your side hustle, your extra income isn't very difficult to accomplish and achieve and execute on. That makes it easier to do, and ultimately makes you want to do it more and more often, because once you do it and once you see how it works, it's almost gonna be like an addiction, and you're gonna keep doing it more and more and more, which is why creators continuously post more and more videos, because of that feeling, the return, the reward. We actually attempted one of our own. We did a live stream where we did a walking tour through a neighborhood here as we were looking for affordable housing in Northwest Florida, in the Destin, Miramar, Sandestin, Navarre, Pensacola Beach area, Gulf Coast, Emerald Gulf Coast, and we did a walking tour. And I think the folks that joined us, it was actually a live stream. I think the folks that joined us really enjoyed it. And again, it was easy. It was something we wanted to do. And those two together they make the process so much simpler to execute on. But the beauty of it is that they can produce revenues, substantial revenues, and ultimately passive income streams that can help folks avoid. I don't know what happened there, my GoPro shut off. But yeah, folks can avoid the dangers of these circumstances of seeing their savings account balances drained and ultimately being wiped out and not having any money left after an emergency, after a huge expense, after a job loss or a layoff, and ultimately seeing themselves in a position where they'll never ever be able to reach retirement. So folks, don't let that happen to you. And if you guys want to know more, as always, you can contact me. My info is in the description. You guys take care, be safe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.